And we are back, people. This is the Pantin Classic Galicia Pro 2016 here in beautiful Pantin, Galicia. We are on, as you can see on the screen, round one, hit number 11 of the men's division. In the water, William Cardoso in red from Brazil, Andy C, Andy Criere from France/Basque Country, Mateus Navarro in white is from Brazil, and Joshua Berkey from Barbados is in yellow. That's Andy C on a great combo of turns. Fantastic little surfer, and he's been going strong, won events, and look at that, like pretty much like I claim to the judges, even they can't see from there. But we've had a few waves surfed already, and what we do know is that we have a lot of excellent surfers today, and this is a nice display of surfing for surfer in white, Mateus Navarro. You see that the waves are slightly better then.
It does. It looks like the wind direction changed slightly. The tide's finally moved into a little different position. And yeah, things are really stretching out. I mean, where the girls were starting with barely being able to fit in one maneuver, we're seeing like 4 or 5 maneuvers.
Easy. So yeah, that's the day number 2 of the waiting period, but that's the first day of the event. We had to wait yesterday because there was strictly no wave whatsoever. And what's the plan? We had the round 1 for the ladies this morning, 6 hits. We are advancing through 12 hits of the first round of the men, which is exactly half of the round. We have 24 hits to go, but what we're going to be doing is, surprisingly, we're going to just do half of that round 1 for the men and go straight back to the round 2 of the ladies, where all the big names are getting in. We're talking about Sage Eriksson, Sylvana Lima, Coco Ho, Laura Enever. All the superstars of surfing are here because they want to get some points. It's double 6,000 for the ladies, 6,000 for the men. Highly important when it comes to the quest for the Holy Grail, the quest for the qualification or requalification. And a few scores are being punched in by the judges right now. All we know is the time, 16 minutes and 30 out of 20 minutes of hit time. And the priorities, yellow first priority, red second prior. But you can see, Ben, that the ocean is finally being more cooperating, and we do have some lines. And as you were saying, the wind seems to be slightly better.
Yeah, we're seeing kind of some weird like side chops. I think we saw the one of white from the last heat getting kind of hicked up on the little side chop. We're seeing that side chop disappear, a little more clean face to deal with, and so these guys can keep the rhythm a little more easy. And yeah, Blue, I really like his attack.
As we had the beach announcer just like singing happy birthday, and yellow is like, can I get my score instead? That's Joshua Berkey, backside first hook of the top, snap of the lip entry, strong couple of turn, and that's all he wrote. It would be compared to the last of, and second to last of Blue, and that's William Cardoso. He's going so fast, really compact surfer, and that's Andy's last wave on the Criere. More polished surfer, really hitting all the sweet spots, a lot of release of the water. Look at that, no loss of momentum, snap of the entry, great surfing. Interesting time for the judges. They have to put all this onto the same scale, saying, okay, who was the best? Who worried better?
Yeah, that was keeping the judges busy indeed. But yeah, they're pretty pleasing rides by all these guys.
You can see
and yellow wants to know.
Yep, no scores yet, and it's been 5 minutes already. That's surfer in white and blue now, and yellow, they can change color when they want. They're like Pokemons. Blue, Andy C, and blue, yep, he can restart, just choose not to go. And again, he's asking himself no, so that's what I was expecting. First wave of red of 4.83, first of yellow 5.67. The first of blue will be a keeper. If not, it's already a good one. You can see some scores, but blue has 2 scores to type in, and the first one will be a good one. First of blue 7.83, Ben. So nice flow for Andy, just trying to stay in the vein of Luke Hine on the hit before, but with slightly more verticality because the wave is offering more potential. And that's the first wave of Mateus Navarro. As a replay.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Nice. The blue Andy's approach and Luke Hines' approach with their backside, kind of similar lines, but like you said, much better conditions, a much cleaner wall to deal with, and which means he can keep his rhythm and his flow up even better.
And Mateusz Navarro is just not doing the same mistake, finishing his wave on this one. But you can see how the surface of the water underneath his board is changing by the end. You can see that the water, as the tide is pushing in, is entering into like kind of a hole, and there's the waves breaking outside, and then tends to just like getting more and more full of water itself, and tends to die out without like really properly breaking as a shore break. 7.83, backup of 5.67 for Andy Seas, so he's in the lead. And so far, nothing of major proportion for the three other surfers. This is the second to last hit of that round, the second to last hit of the men's division for today, because they go straight to an afternoon full of ladies. And the men will have to reconvene for tomorrow.
Yeah, as you're saying, the waves are ending up in that kind of fat zone on the inside, little no man's land. But I think we're still at this weird in-between tide. We need to push even higher to where they are able to get that inside reform. Right now, it's pretty much get the business done on the outside and then just kind of cruise it and see what you can fit in on the end. But we have 12 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Blue leading the heat. Second yellow, Joshua Burke. He needs a 7.84. Sun's back out. Things are looking clean. It's looking nice out here.
It's a good day in Pantin. We've had pretty much already 2 seasons already. And that's usual for Pantin. Galicia, it's really exposed to all the weather possible when it comes to waves, wind, rain, and sun. So we have everything. That's a great wave for Mateusz Navarro. Just great rhythm. Doing is not bad, but it's not good. Mateusz Navarro gets 5.3, 7.5, 5.7, which is average surfing. So he's going to have to step up because Julian Cardoso is only with 1 wave. And as you can see on the right-hand side of the box on your screen, the requirements are around the average. So anything can change. And we are still with 11 minutes and 25 seconds here in Pantin.
All right, so 11 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Kind of, besides Blue's opening score, just kind of average stuff floating around and just keeping things moving here. Haven't seen any little spikes in activity here. 11 minutes remaining, and you can see these guys. You can see how by the surface of the ocean, even way outside of the bay, we don't have those like weird chops that we had earlier.
Yep.
And so it is getting a better direction. Things are looking a little more clean, and as you can see on the kind of lower third of your screen, we've got a lot less beach to deal with, which means that tide has come in quite a bit, and we're starting to see kind of whitewash breaking on what would have been the shoreline earlier. And so let's see what happens here, and you can see where the 4 competitors, you can barely see where the 4 competitors are seated. They're quite a ways over to the middle from where they started in the morning.
We are exactly half tide right now, so the tide will just keep on pushing until the inside section, which is, well, it's going to be quite challenging for the girls. Blue is desperately asking for situation. They are still far away in the ocean. And with 10 minutes to go, the surfers can actually have a look at the display on the beach for the priority order, because the colors are quite easy to read, but we don't have the scores, neither do we have the position in the heat. So they're just relying only onto their feeling and what they can hear or not, in that case, from the beach announcer. 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Julian Cardoso shy of a second wave. And Andy Criere is on a good run. 7.83 as an opener. That's great. 5.67. He needs to go slightly better. We have a lot of 5-something, 5.6 5.3, 7.55, 7.6, which is called boring in surfing. We want something good. We want something exciting. And talking about that, look at that at the outside. We have some good wave. That's the replay of Andy Criere. That's his first wave. A lot of reason. He's just trying to fade his way all the time after his turn so he can wait for the wave to offer something better. Look at the judge. Boom. Thank you. Gracias. 7.83. As this is Andy now going on his front side, Ben.
All right, here he goes. Taps that one. He's kind of looking to see what's going on here. Knows that he can throw a little bit more into that next section. Nothing quite left of that. And just behind him, yellow. We've seen that happen a lot. It's like they get that one hit. They think they're going to have the room in the flats to approach the next one. And then it just steamrolls them down. But we've seen some great surfing considering the kind of challenging conditions. And so that replay that we'd seen earlier, that was what basically set the foundation for this heat. And we haven't seen anyone get close to that from thereafter.
No, it's been a dynamic start of a hit, and since then it just like pretty much feathers down to something a little more unexciting. But that's the beauty of surfing competition. You have no idea what's happening until it's too late. And 8 minutes to go. Andy is trying to replace his 5.6 for something better. I would be surprised if he does so. Why? Because there was only 2 hits, one actually okay, but then something really average. So should be flirting with a 4.5. And Mateusz Navarro is quite discreet and nothing solid, as Joshua Berkey and William Cardoso are chasing mid-rangers to go straight up to second.
Flirting with a 4.5 sounds like 3:30 in the morning. Sorry.
That's really true, sadly. But well, it's life, 3.83. That's going really down to the bad, like the bottom of the scale. You don't want to end up with 3.83 at the end of your hit, whatever hit you're talking about. But 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and we have another replay of maybe Mateusz Navarro. That's a good wave. A lot of spring on his surfing for this dynamic surfer, and that's his best wave. That was a 5.57 he took roughly 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think Mateusz looks like he's riding kind of a stringerless epoxy, and you can see how it kind of compresses and springs out, and so it looks like a really flexible board, and if you don't put it in the right places at the right time, it looks like it could be unpredictable. But he's got really good rhythm with his equipment, seems like.
That was an excellent combo of 2 turns for Mateusz. He was trying to better a 5.37, 2 good hits off the bottom to snap off the lip, as yellow is up and running. Joshua Berkey from Barbados. Larry Layback sadly just sits a little too high on the wave, and the wave says, okay, too late now, you're late. I will keep on my way without you. So William Cardoso, awfully patient. Let's see if he can get a lucky one. Just needs something around 6 or 7 now, because Mateusz should be bettering his situation. Or not. I'd love to see a replay of last of White. That's Andy Criere's replay. Second wave. Oh, that's actually no, that's live. That's a lot of turns for Andy. A couple of backside snap of the top. Just seems to be way more in tune with the ocean. Great rhythm.
Yeah, those are like pretty tricky fat conditions, and he's just kind of searching his way through while fitting in turns all the way. Yeah, 5 minutes. Things have calmed down as far as the wind. It's looking a little bit cleaner out there. And it's also looking a little bit more deep.
Yeah.
You can see it's kind of flattened out a little bit. And if it looks flat on this angle when you get out there, it must be pretty spread out.
But check Andy's last wave. Came out at the 8.07. Snap of the top, straight off the bat, off the bottom to crack of the top again. Fading his way to this backside top turn and keeps going all the way, just gains momentum all the way from top to bottom, beginning to the end, and just finishes strong. Have a little look at the judges and kicks out, and that's a 8.07 combined with 7.83. Andy C is pretty much cruising now, 15.9 of combined score, second best combined score of the day after our surfer in blue from the previous hit. And red, William Cardoso has been patient, and now he's going to be angry.
Yeah, he's only had 1 score up until now. Here he goes. Looking for somewhere to hit here. Digs in. Nice spray on that one. Carves in the pocket. Taps that next section. Digs into the next one. And so he was needing a 6.11.
That's going to be a high 8 minimum. Fantastic surfing from Panda. Just like really strong surfing. A lot of power in small waves. There's been a lot of surfers just like doing some half turns, trying to be like really cautious about how to just measure the power put into the maneuvers. But interesting to see how the judges will evaluate last of red and last of yellow, 2 really different kind of surfing. But when it comes to commitment, power, speed, and flow, Panda in red is just, check that, small wave. Bear in mind this guy's like 90 kilos.
Yeah, this guy, as heavy as he is, he seems to be one of the most in tune with his equipment. Everything's just kind of jumbo-sized for, not in length, but as far as volume and width. I've looked at a couple of his boards that he brought to Japan, and he was doing 5 turns on little knee-high lumps in that last QS6000 we had, and it's like I can't believe that someone who weighs more than I do can find little power pockets like that and keep that speed. It's just amazing.
Weight transfer, weight placements, and pure confidence in your equipment, which makes a difference. So interesting, because now Mateusz not only didn't take anything better than a 5.57, Joshua Berkey got a really good wave, and Panda Cardoso as well. So now we have a replay operator up the judging tower with a different angle, and judges, before setting up their score, will just watch over and over again this replay of William Cardoso. First, opening snap of the top, maintain speed, good carve of the top, nice release of the tail, of the bottom to snap of the lip re-entry, keeps going, there's no way whatsoever, and a strong re-entry. Flow, speed, power, control. That's great surfing. Let's see, because William had a 4.83 as a main score, and Joshua had a 5.67.
Yeah, I love how he just unwound into that last turn.
Judging scratching their heads. Time is ticking away. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. First prize to blue, second prize to white are right now first and second surfer. This may change, but still too early to say. And that's when, as a surfer, you don't want to have too much build more. And he's safe so far. The rest
still hasn't received his second score, so he knows that just
wave, then waiting 1/3 of the hit time to get 1 second wave. So now he needs to do the job. And yellow is asking for situation as well. So stressful times. 1 minute and 15 seconds, pretty much one more opportunity. And score for red and score for yellow are being typed in. It's going to be quite even score, so it will be changed by the backup will be changing a lot. So it's not about the main score, it's about their second score. As often you can have one really great score. If you don't have the backup score, the second score to back it up, you are not winning. Oh, interesting. As blue is having a look, NDC just like cruising. Oh, backside, phone climb, rock slide, re-entry. It's going to be kind of even Steven between red and yellow, so it will all be about that, but he's up and riding. Panda. What's the time? 20 seconds, Ben. I'm all excited. I'm all shook up.
Yeah, we're seeing really similar scores coming in for yellow and red, so it's going to be interesting as we run out of time and no one's...
10 seconds. Not even...
Yep, that was it. So he's still got some scores to work out. Nobody knows what really happened here.
It's going to be in a pocket, as red just got a 7.7. Last of yellow will be interesting. He needs to get a 6.87, got a 7.53. So upset for Panda, as white is riding, but this one will not be counting. Last of red, I think, will not be factoring in. So unofficially, blue first, second yellow, third red, and fourth white. Wow, upset as we're losing yet another top surfer. We are gonna wait for the official call on that hit, and we're gonna go straight into commercial before the last hit of this half round number 1 of the Pantin Galicia Pro, the classic event here in Playa Pantin, Galicia. See you guys in a minute.